Hello again, everybody. It's me. Yes, I have not died. My channel is just really slow because I'm lazy. Enough with that and the intro and stuff. Today I have a set that has been only reviewed once on YouTube before, from what I can tell. This is the GBL Gaobolei set number KY98104 with 415 pieces for ages 6 and up. This is almost a direct knockoff of LEGO 7897, which I've always wanted, never gotten. So I saw this, I realized that the builds are extremely similar, so I decided to get it because it only costed $33.55 on AliExpress. So that's good. Relatively cheap. Comes with 5 minifigures as seen here. We'll look at them later. It's a full-size train. All of the GBL sets, the train sets, or Kazi, or what have you, come with a full loop of track, which is 6 straight pieces and 16 curves, which are the exact same as LEGO. And all their sets are powered. They have lights, sound, and motor, which we will also look at later. But for now we will look at the instruction manual, which is pretty good. I had no real issues. I do not have a box because I ordered this via e-packet to make delivery easier and cheaper. You can see here that they are pretty good instructions, I suppose. Maybe you can't. I don't know, I need a new camera. But sometimes it has you build a certain piece. Here, let me try and find one real quick. Like this entire roof section here, it has you build during the portion in which you're building the passenger car. But the exact same build is used here. They just have you build it twice right then. So you then use the second one later on, and it doesn't really show you refer back to whatever. But it's pretty straightforward anyway. I mean, if you know what you're doing, then no worries. And of course, with its built-in battery pack, which is absolutely huge, well, it's not terrible, but whatever. You also get a charger, and a few people have been worried about getting a Chinese wall charger, but they appear to have switched to USB, which is just this little pin here, and USB. And the USB, the one I got anyway, lights up, which is very nice. Yes, let's look at more pieces individually. Alright, so first off, let's just get out of the way extra parts and broken parts. So with the set, I received, of course, a few spare pieces. I received an extra gray Technic piece, pin, if you want the correct wording, a black Technic pin, and the color doesn't appear to matter between them. They have friction on one side and they don't on the other, which is strange. And this clearly not LEGO 3-stud pin. I also received a few extra pieces for the minifigures, which do come partially requiring assembly, as the arms are not put on, the hands are not put in the arms, but the legs are on, except for in the case of the engineer, whose legs were not on either. Just expect to put arms in at least. But anyway, with them I got a spare, what is this, left arm? Left arm. Which is strange, but I guess that's a good thing. And I got 2 spare hands. I would make a political joke, but I'm smart. And finally, the odd spare part I got. I mean, the arm's pretty strange, but I would not have expected a spare metal axle for the wheels, the train wheel assembly. So that's kind of fun. I guess I'll use that at some point. Maybe, I don't know. And I only had one broken piece. Well, it was mismolded technically. It's this little 2x2 brick, and the problem is that that tube there in the middle, it's off here. It's kind of bent, so it would not connect to any bricks. It would only connect on this side, but this side it would not. So, oh well. And I was just able to replace it with a Mega Bloks piece, which is almost the same color anyway. So there are the spare parts and all that gubbins and nonsense and whatever you want to call it. Right. Alright, next we have the figures. The mini figures. It immediately worried me when I saw these on the pictures of the product, because I thought these four looked really strange. But they don't in person. They don't look as bad as I thought they would. I mean, the one I like least is right here, but that's opinions, that's personal opinions. And they show this figure as the basic Lego yellow skin tone in the pictures and on all the artwork, but he is in a beige tone as well, which is cool. But from what I understand, these minifigures look a bit odd because they are from a tie-in with I believe a Chinese kids show or something. I'm not sure. Camera's doing that weird thing again that I don't like. Yeah, not much to say there towards the design themselves. I mean, I've never seen the show, so I don't know what to say, whether they're good or bad. But the printing is fine. It all looks correct. I think these two are supposed to have shorter legs, these two here, but they have the full-length legs, which is whatever, okay. And the face is on them, as you can see. Definitely not Lego, but the quality on them is fine. I have no quality issues. They work just like the Lego ones. You know, all the same points of articulation, what have you. All the same kind of quality for the minifigures anyway. So, we'll look at them up close individually. I am unprepared. So, first we'll just take a look at, whoops, this guy, Mr. Train Driver. Just a copy of the Lego one, pretty much, no printing on the back. Yeah, not much to say there. It just looks looks bored. Let's look at this guy next. Next we have this guy. Yeah, he's got a brown sort of jacket on, suit jacket with jeans and brown shoes, I suppose. The printing's alright, a little bit of runoff on the sides, but what of it. And this volcano here. Next we have what I assume would be mischievous little child, with a similar volcano here. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's mischievous a bit. He's got a jacket on and pants, which I don't know what's going on there, and little blue shoes, so that's cool. Next we have this person. Not much to say here. Just a black vest with a shirt and pants, which are also shoes, or they're the same color. And that, I don't really have much to say on these, but and here is, I would assume, angsty greaser teenager with I don't even know what you'd call that. Mistake. And he's got his vest on and his pants, and that's good. I would say you would need those. But yeah, there's the figures. They're good quality. They stand up. They go on bricks, and they do their job. They look alright. They all look like they're walking. Except for this one. There you go. Neat. Alright, next the train. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be looking at here is the main engine, which, of course, in the same way to the Lego 7897 set, is much bigger than the rear engine, which has no power functions, because this one does have the power functions in it. Oh boy. A lot of stickers, but it's very nice looking once you've got all the stickers on, if you've put them on right. But you got a bit of a lineup there that you need to, I don't know, whatever. It's been so long. When they molded the front piece, which just comes off like that, they did the same thing that Lego did with this little piece here, in that, got an air bubble, in that the piece does not line up perfectly with bricks. Like here, it's not completely, I'd say vertical. So that's too bad, but it's not really visible from too far away, so, and it looks good when it's running because you don't really look at it that closely. But yeah, a lot of stickers. Got a little one back here is the only one I can read. Says Galbol high-speed rail. Actually looks kind of neat, just sitting right there. And the other side is the same, of course. Can't read that. Can't read that. It's the same thing, but if you can, please put it in the comments, because I can't. And I'd like to know. I'm sure others do too. The top is having a little bit of problem sticking down. One of the main problems I had when building this set was the these glass pieces here, and they are all scratched up and whatnot, which is kind of too bad, but I don't particularly notice it. It just kind of looks like the train's been through some wear, as it would. But yes, the problem with the glass pieces, or the clear pieces, is they did not like to go on very well. You really had to press down to get them to go on. So this is not as high quality as Lego, but it works, and it's nice. It's just you get calluses from all the putting things together and whatnot, of course. Oh well. I'll look at the power functions real quick because I think it's pretty good. And of course, in here is no seating because there's a battery box that big. Oh well. You got lights in the front, a little driver seating, and if I just hold this motor so it doesn't run, we will get the noise and the lights will flash. And that just loops, which I was surprised to see, because when I had watched an earlier review of the Maersk version from GBL by Andy at Bricks You May Want, it had a different sound chip in it, different sound effect, and I thought it sounded terrible, so I was going to go in and modify it to just turn off the sound, or take out the speaker. But this actually sounds really nice when it goes around, because you can barely actually hear it, but you can hear enough of it to make it sound good. But here you see it again with the lights in the front, just because. Yeah, I don't want that on too long. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know why the lights flash. I wish they wouldn't. I wish they'd just be on. And there is no remote control for it, so you just press the button and it goes. Press it again, turns off. But like I said, you got a USB cable, just plugs into the back there, and then you plug it into whatever. Preferably a USB socket. I would not plug that into a FireWire, but whatever. And the connections for the motor and lights are just very small little connections like that, so they're not compatible with LEGO in any way. But oh well. So there's that one. I will include a picture either in the description, in the comments, or somewhere of this, this warning. I think it's a warning on the, thingy, on the battery box, but I can't really get it out right now. Maybe I'll put it at the end of the video, who knows. Maybe I'll just put it up right now. Okay, yeah, that's clearly what I'm going to do. Next car. Alright, so, the next car I have is the middle passenger car, which is built, I think, exactly like the LEGO version. Save for a little bit of the stuff that goes up here, I believe. Not exactly sure. Yeah, it's just, instead of red, it's blue. And there might be a little bit less decals. But you can take off the top, just pop that off, and look on the inside. Inside you've got 2 clear cups on little tables with 4 seats, which is alright. You know, it's a little car, but that's to be expected. And then you just put that right back on. It secures pretty good. It's either hit or miss with these. Sometimes they like to stay on, sometimes they really don't. Something I forgot to mention with the engine is the wheel quality, or the magnet quality. The magnets are very good quality. They do stick very strongly, and strongly? I don't know. They're very strong. And they do have the little studs on the top and the bottom, so you can attach them to each other with a 1x2 plate if you need to. But they're very nice. Sometimes they're installed upside down, I've noticed, which is strange, where you can tell where the clip is here to put these 2 halves together. Sometimes this is flipped around, I don't know. But that doesn't damage it at all, and the wheels are clearly perfectly fine. They just roll on their own, no problem. They don't squeak or anything, from what I've noticed. And yeah, it's really nice. Alright, and finally the passenger engine thing. Alright, so here we have the final engine, which is just the engine at the rear. It says GBL. Both of them have that GBL logo. It just has some seating on the inside. This comes off very easily. Like I said, it's either hit or miss. 2 more clear cups and, I don't know, beige cone for all your upside down beige cone needs. 3 red seats. And it's pretty nice, you know, comparable to the LEGO one, of course, but not ridiculously so. And of course they both have the little pantograph on top. Same build. I don't really like this. It doesn't look realistic just sitting up like that. I feel like it should be the up like that. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't look right to me. But here we've got the front of it again, same as the other one, same mold and everything. And if we just take that off, you've got something falling off of the back here. The exact same kind of seating area, except this is moved up all the way. And we got a little sticker for the door, like I may or may not have mentioned. Put that back on. Maybe. Yeah, these are fun. Okay, come on. There it is. Okay, it was just being difficult. And of course we have the build right there with the having to make room for this and whatnot. Or not, I don't know. Fill up space, I guess. But, yeah. So that also rolls perfectly fine on its own. Clearly, little to no friction in that. So next we will look at the track really quick. Alright, so with the track, like I said earlier, you get 16 pieces of curved track and 6 pieces of straight track. And the straight track, alright, well first of all, I guess I should say, the track is the exact same in shape as the Lego track. Actually, no differences whatsoever from what I can tell. No, I'm really not seeing any, except for the missing Lego on all of the little nubs, little studs. But the straight track is really easy to put together. It just snaps together. Okay, well it was. Oh, I'm good at this. Yeah, it just snaps together really easily. The curved track here, you can see I've got 4 of them put together, and for some reason they are bending up like this, not sure why. Maybe there's a problem with the mold that they've got, but these are very difficult to put together. I was really having trouble kind of snapping these together, because you really have to try hard, and especially first time, these don't like to go together at all, and they do end up bent like that, but that doesn't really seem to affect it at all. So there's that, and I'll include some footage of the train running around its little loop. And I have not gotten the chance to test this with Lego track or the Alcini track. If you want that kind of video where I compare them all, just let me know in where you can type things to me and I see them. I'm very tired. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Overall, it's pretty good quality for the price. Of course, you could ask for a little bit higher quality, but then you'd be asking for a little bit higher price, and $33.55 for an entire motorized train set, which is comparable to Lego, isn't bad. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to comment if you'd like to leave feedback, positive, negative, whatever. I'm not going to tell you to like or dislike, I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me, I don't make money off of this, I just like doing this. And subscribe if you want to be disappointed on a monthly basis, as I don't really release much. Thanks, and see ya.